Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, YouTube. So I put some turnip seeds into two solo cups or any cup that didn't have a see-through. And you can see I marked it turnip, so they're up now. And one of my cups has become overcrowded. I went to the grocery store the other day and I got some of the trays that they put the seedlings in, and they were going to throw them out. And I'm using those to plant my seedlings, and it's free. I bought a couple of plants from them, but I took several, like 12, maybe more, trays from them so that I could take my seedlings. You got to be very careful with these things. And I can plant them individually in there, and it doesn't take anything, and it's no money. I mean, the cost of the seeds and the cost of the soil, and the soil I use over and over again. I just augment it with manure or starter dirt. I just augment it with new dirt. But it pretty much is old dirt that I used last year, and I'm gonna use for my seedlings this time. They're so cute. Look at that. And you got to be very careful. Look at these. They're okay. I don't want to break any. I respect life. If you want to live, see my little seedling come out, and he has his little root right there. Put it in my little pot, my little slot over here with these free trays. And I'm gonna have a whole bunch of turnips this year. Another thing I want to plant, or another thing that I want to do in these trays, are kale. So I have planted some kale, and they're just starting to come up. So I have to wait till they become like this. I mean, these had to be replanted because they were on top of each other. So, they're bunched up like this, right? And I just make sure I gently try to get them apart and get as much root as possible on each one. And all of them are not going to make it, but most of them do. What's the sense in buying seedlings, unless, of course, your seedlings die, or you run out of time, you didn't have time to plant them on time. But it's February, I have time. It is February, and it is planting seedling season, especially the things that you want. Now, I'm going to sow some stuff directly in the ground, like corn and possibly okra. I'm going to put some in the pot with okra because I want some okra in the front yard this year. But I'm going to put some in the ground and put some in a pot, and we're going to see which ones do the best. I just love these babies. I love little seedlings. I love taking care of them. I feel like I'm in grade school. You remember when they gave you those a seed and a cup, and basically taught you the value of doing it yourself. And I don't want to lose you. You two are stuck together. They want to be together. They're their family. I want to leave them there. Leave them together. Leave them together. There's not enough soil in this one. I'm gonna leave them together, happily married forever. Yeah, I still have a whole lot left. Look at that. I always overplant. Then I end up giving people seedlings because I just don't know what to do with them. I have too many for the yard, and I just give them trays of seedlings. And they'll take them happily because by then they're really mature. They'll make it. They're not like these little things. They're big plants, grown up or teenager plants, ready to be out on their own, but not quite ready to be out on their own. They just need a little bit of water. Yeah. So this is my piece. This is part of my piece. This and cooking, and and learning how to do new things. But I've known how to plant stuff for a long time. There's some people who think that you need to get your soil tested and you got to do this and do that. Man, don't listen to them. Just plant it and see if it grows. The plant will tell you if the soil's good. It will tell you if the soil's good, because if it's not doing well, man, you don't plant that again in that area. You plant something else and you just keep trying. Just keep trying to see what works. Man. Okay, here we go again. Put all the dirt. I don't want to make too much of a mess there. These roots are long too. Break them apart into little clumps and get as much as I can. I got a lot of dirt on that one. You came with your own foundation. Let me see if I get you a little bit straighter. Get you a little bit straighter so that you can survive the winds of life. There we are. Uh-oh. Breaking apart. This one doesn't look like it's twisted. I'm gonna leave them two together too. See if that other one will make it. The bent one will make it. If you don't give enough sun to your seedlings, they'll start becoming stringy and weak. So it's best to, once they sprout, you need to get them in the sun. Oh, I didn't even do that. That's 3 of them. It's best to get them out in the sun as soon as possible. Don't let your soil dry out because they're still babies and they need a lot of water. But get them some sunlight. And they call it forcing when you put them out in the sun for a little while and then you bring them back in, because you're getting it used to the outside elements. If you can't keep them in your house, put them in a shaded area when they're seedlings like this. So I have one tray done. Woohoo! So happy. Make sure I give them enough soil. I don't want them to be struggling for soil. I don't want any exposed roots. It's so easy to grow these things. So easy. And don't be like me, throw the whole pack in a cup. Just use what you will need. Some people only plant like, I don't know, 10 seeds. And even if 5 come up, that's more than enough for some people. One plant, like especially with turnips, I eat the leaves. I don't like turnip roots, but I like the turnip greens. So they last forever. They can go through a winter and they'll still be around. Same thing with kale. You can go through a winter and keep, just still there, fighting that breeze. They don't care. I'm like, whatever, I'm here to stay. So there we are. We have one tray done. One tray of turnips done. Put this in the sun. I'll be right back. And on to my next one. Woohoo! Here we go, here we go, here we go. I told you I was reusing my dirt, right? So I'm just gonna take some dirt from the potted plant last year, something I grew last year in this pot, and spread it out. And there's all kind of worms in here. Look at that. That's how you know your soil is good. I got a worm right there. He is helping my soil. I'm put him right back. Put him right back where I found him. Let him enjoy life and get big and healthy and help out my plants. Got another worm there. And keep on going. Like Old Man River. Spread that out. Let me get my lines. Yeah, so you don't have to spend a lot of money trying to start a garden. You don't have to go out there and buy those $3 starters. Just start them early, and by the time people really realize that summer is here, your starters will be just as big as the grocery stores. Just as big. And you spent maybe $1 and they're spending $3 for one plant. Too much money for a starter, in my opinion. I know things have went up, but they shouldn't have went up that much. But if that's what you can do, that's what you want to do, you can do it. And if dependent on the plant, it is cheaper than buying vegetables in the grocery store. I'm trying to find my line. There it is. Throw out any plants that's left from last year. Apparently I had aloe vera in here. Y'all can't see me. Let me move my chair over. Yeah, I had aloe vera in here. It was saying, I want to stay, I want to stay. It's all freezer burned. So I'm gonna pick that stick out and throw it in my bucket. Okay, and for the holes, I just use my finger and put a hole. So find the center of that particular pocket. Use your finger, make a hole in each one. Try to get your line straight. Your plants roots don't get gathered together, because they have a habit of wanting to meet each other. The roots want to, socialize, and you don't want that. You want your plants' roots to be separated. You don't want them to be stressed out when you transplant them to the ground or to another bucket. I'm going to put these in the ground. No more buckets. Well, very few buckets this year for me. Too untidy. I'm only going to use buckets for starters, or for something I'm going to sell. If I'm going to sell it, yeah, I'm going to put it in a bucket. Or a pail, or one of them Dollar Tree pails. Not no expensive $4 or $5 bucket. Okay, so I got my holes ready. And got my holes ready. Let me see if you can see it. Uh-oh, messing up my seedling. See that? I got holes in there. And I'm going to take my seedlings one by one. As much root intact as I possibly can without breaking it, and put it in. Take another one, roots intact, drop it in the hole. Let me put this one back and stand it up. I don't want it crooked. Stand it up so it get all the leaves can get the sunlight. What happened to that other little one? Did it blow away? Here it is. Another one with the roots. Make sure you get the roots in the hole and cover it up. There we go. One with the roots. Do not squeeze. Try to be as delicate as possible. These are babies. And put it in. There goes another one. See them fly? The little fledgling plants. And I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna make sure I water them in real good with something like I'll get a Coke bottle that I stuck holes in the cap, and I'll squirt it on, or I'll spray the top. And in a month or so, I'm gonna put them in the ground. I'll let you see that. All right. So you don't have to buy those trays that they sell at Walmart. Go to your local grocery store where they're selling these plants with. I'll show you what was on it. Where's my... With this, these were in there. This was the tray that held these. And these trays are actually bigger than the seedling trays. And they're free. Because once they sell all of these, then they have these trays. And the trays already have holes on the bottom. Look, they already have drainage systems. This is a find. So this is Jamaica 5288. Plant with me, cook with me, save money with me, and I will see you on my next video. Don't mind my dirty hands. You know what I say. Dirty hands, clean money. You take care. Bye.